Okay, it's about 2 minutes after 6 o'clock. I came on deck to see what was going on. I saw this tender, well actually, it's a pilot. And the reason is that we were very close to our destination. What we see before us is the country of Turkey. And we got another pilot boat here to guide us. Some kind of fort here. Some kind of statue up there. Trying to find a cup of coffee and I still haven't had much luck. Everything is closed down still. I was told to come up here. Everything's closed. I just want a cup of coffee.
If I want to learn, solo traveling, I'm trying to learn. This is new.
So here's one.
He is. Yes.
Hi, good morning.
All the tickets here. I'll do my best.
Yeah, this is our first cruise together. I don't think we're going to go on.
I'm overwhelmed by the number of
Can
people.
everybody hear me?
Just so many people.
How to say good morning in Turkish?
No.
They didn't teach you?
Sure.
In Turkish, good morning is good morning.
Hey, I like that.
Don't you think I speak perfect Turkish? Right? And we'll start our tour from the upper gate of the ancient city. Upper gate. We're going to walk down 1.2 miles. After the tour, we're not going back to the same gate. Our bus number 8. Secular state. Secular means we all have complete freedom of worship, separating religion from the state affairs. And Christians and the Jews, we live in mostly in the big cities. Our biggest city in Turkey is Istanbul. 10,000 people. I saw the people who were taking the picture of the other people.
Yes.
It was such a crowd. It has a green, brownish color, because in the last few years, the problem we had a Fiat. Have you heard of them, Fiat?
Oh, yeah.
I heard people in America call Fiat, fix it again, Tony, remember Fiat? they make them here. In South, Syria, Iraq, Iran, Armenia, Georgia. They teach English in our schools.
Wet and Wild Turkish style.
It's the first foreign language. They say cats and dogs in England. They say raining cats and dogs. Here, a few days ago, rain trees to the right hand side. More tombs, but not being excavated yet. Maybe this was the cemetery of the ancient city. And this house is on the right here. This is one of the carpet weaving school. Because carpet making here is one of the major income of the local people. If they complete the restoration, they will remove this modern building from the spot.
This used to be underwater.
Do you understand my
2,000
English?
years ago.
Yeah. Very nice.
Because some of you, the way you look as if it's not even, please watch your steps all the time. This is the one where they had this riot started by the silversmith Demetrius. Demetrius was the name of the silversmith. We're going to take the picture of this later on. I told the silkworms eat the leaves of a mulberry tree. Peaches and tangerine. The very dark green was on the right, tangerine, and there's a peach. Very tasty peaches. Very green area, beautiful. Cypress, tall ones, cypress. In Turkey, in our country, wherever you see a bunch of cypress trees, it means there is a cemetery. The reason, root of a cypress tree grows straight down, like a carrot, does not go around. This is why excavated so far took 145 years to excavate.
There's some rooms over there.
After we step off the bus, you're gonna follow George. George will take you to the gate. In about 5 minutes, they open the gate and we start our tour all together. I want to be the first group at the site. One more time, you can leave your things on the bus, but please take your cameras and the radios.
Sometimes. For 24?
24.
Okay, just wait here a little bit more. The system is...
Which I know I do, and I can really feel it.
Don't worry about it.
Uh-oh. Oh, buddy, really?
You got yours, maybe?
Hi, George. Fig tree. Wish our fig tree looked that good.
Drop in the ocean. In Turkey, we have 1,400 different archaeological places. America, Germany, in different countries. Alexandria, Paul and John lived here. Martin, local, 10% to 1.
3 different examples of column tops, the capitals.
They'll wait for you at the end.
Judas tree.
Yeah. There's a hole here. There are 2 more original here, but they're not here anymore. And what they did, they put a pole in the middle here in this hole, and a torch on top of the pole, and they tied this pole to these 4 metal rings. This was a portable street light. Street light, original.
Oh, street light.
Street light, yes. Original. Yes. These marble blocks we are working in now, original by the way, these were exactly the same when this area here was excavated. And this marble block I'm standing on now is the most dangerous one. Please watch this. This is very slippery. Very, very slippery. How slippery? Very slippery.
We noticed that.
Yeah, right.
Take the picture of the symbol of medicine.
We want Laura down here too.
Even in those days, they were making medicine from the herbs.
Sandra, you get over there and take your picture.
To keep them strong and healthy. 2,000 years ago.
Okay, get up.
In those days, they were not called hospitals, they were called
Wait,
Asclepios.
how do you look at this?
Asclepios was the god of healing.
I can't see. You have to measure
God
that.
Apollo.
See?
Apollo was the twin brother of Artemis. They were twins from the sacred wife of Zeus.
I can't see.
That's Nike. I don't see any swoosh though. Needs a swoosh.
This is still part of the ancient city. This was all underground when the first went to this area for excavation. When the Romans came to this area, now the smaller states in Asia Minor were paying a lot of
1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Sulla gave me a little army, punished the rebels, and he put the seal on the real Romans. The seal of the government they own is a local place. In those countries, remember the beautiful heaven up there? I was talking about the city walls. I said, ladies and gentlemen, the city walls you're looking at now, I said, 1200, 1100 BC.
Really
If you do the smaller blocks,
put your thumb to your fourth finger.
now we're stopping here, it's nice and cool. All underground when they first came to this area for the excavations.
Wow.
Old shops here, and the columns we see were supporting up the roof of the shops in those days. George, I have another question for you.
These are all shops.
George, you came from America to see the beautiful archaeological site. 2,000 years ago, people did not come here to see this beautiful archaeological site, because this was not an archaeological site 2,000 years ago. They came from all over to visit Temple of Diana, Temple of Artemis, one of the 7 wonders of. They came from all over. They used to buy idols from the small shops here and offer those to the Temple of Diana. This was the. Looking at now, what is this, Joe? This was is a fountain.
Fountain. This was a fountain.
Fountain. Now, looks like a restaurant, right? But this is the active excavation area. Under the building, they're still excavating. And so far, under this modern building, they excavated 7 houses. 7. Only 7. 249 years to excavate. Takes a long time. Because when they excavate, they use fingers. They use the spoon. They use their fingers.
I'm here.
See how the fountain looks.
Yes.
Adriano, he came to Asia.
The library.
That's it down there.
Oh, okay.
That's the library.
This is the library. I'm corrected.
The library straight ahead.
This is a work in progress underneath this roof.
If you buy a book later on, I'll point out there's some books for $3. You can see Medusa. If you are a Medusa, a snake hair woman, to ward out the evil from the temple, it is still very strongly believed. Starbucks in history. You don't know?
Medusa, yeah.
So, Temple of Roman Emperor Hadrian, Roman time, Roman period too. This was not here when Paul was here. These houses were not here when Paul was here. When Paul was here, the shops were here because they were selling idols to the tourists coming from all over. Now, right and side. This is the active excavation area. This was built between 1970 and 78. It took for them 8 years to restore the library only.
This was all underground. Wow.
This was all underground when they first came here.
Yeah.
All ground door.
Yeah.
Very accurate prophet.
Because when there's a lot of people, everybody sees they get it takes a long time. People waiting around for hours. That's it. Next time I need to go to Florida.
Yeah, so is it all open? Okay.
All open. Here, most interesting thing,
Yeah, no
there is no
dividers, no
separation
privacy.
between the seats.
Oops, sorry,
It
Terry.
means they did not care for privacy in those days. And these seats made of marble, original. In winter time, they were freezing cold. That's why rich people used to send their slaves before they come here to warm up the seats in winter time. In the center, they planted down here they had the sewer system. Center they planted flowers to kill the odor because a lot of people were using this for the summertime. Only this one had 48 seeds original.
You sit in the wrong place and mess it up.
Just, you don't do one.
Okay. At the end of this, I'll do what I want you to do.
Worth the agony of 24 to 6 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the hard part.
Close up of the library here.
Steps are slippery. I strongly advise you to watch your steps.
Before they get down.
If you like,
Excuse me.
if you like a group picture before.
Must be where they put people who talk loudly.
Kitty.
You tired?
Did you all lose connection?
Where's the card catalog or the computers to log on to?
Oh, I took it out. Picture.
Just keeps going on and on and on. Wow. Just everywhere you look, there's more to shoot. Always doing work.
Library. Bottom here, and library was right here. And this is a very famous marble road. What we're going to work on now is all original. No any single restoration at all. All the marble blocks we are going to work on, original, and which was connecting the harbor road to one of the main roads we have already seen. Now, marble.
Oh, wow.
The famous Marble Road.
Last night. The question was why this is called Marble Road. I did my PhD on this. This is a manhole. This is a manhole because under they had a sewer system. George, I go to a lot of different archaeological sites. I see a lot of holes in the wall. See the holes here? Why do you see a lot of holes here, George? Originally,
From 3:30 till when? They'll on board from Patmos at 8:30. Okay. 8:15 is the last time they're leaving. Perfect.
Your volume.
Fennel.
and behind you, if you take a look at behind you, this bottom building, okay, as I told you, in 67, this bottom building area, the whole thing was underground. This, obviously here, there's a heart, slightly further away from the rest of the illustrations, has some dots on it, showing a broken, also a lonely heart. Left footprint, there's a cross here, one woman with some inscriptions. What it is trying to say is that if your heart is lonely and broken, the way to the red light district on the left foot side before the crossroad. Explain this to you. You saw the same thing.
By the
In front of-
library,
okay.
yes.
Have you ever seen this before?
No.
Okay. If you come closer, George is going to explain this to you. In all Greek, iktus This means fish in Old Greek. These are, in Old Greek, the first letters of Jesus Christ, Son of God, Savior. When you do, if you put the first letters in the form of a symbol, you can see here the first one of Jesus. Second one, Christ. Third one, God. The Y is already in it. Son. Sigma, Sotir, which is Savior, and a two.
Ah.
George. They discovered them, they put them in a museum. All right? So play first. From the Roman time. Now, trying to see, we're going to take a look at
1800 years old pipe.
Yeah, you did a great job.
This is the Bible grip, sir.
So Greco-Roman means built before the Roman, but it's been remodeled, restored in Roman time later on. We keep saying Amphi, if you want me to be honest. Amphi means complete circle, like the one in Rome, Colosseum, for the gladiatorial fights too. In the early days of the Christianity, because the stadium is dating to a much later period, I'll show you some of the remains of the stadium outside of the city later on. This is not a good spot.
Okay, going up to the cheap seats. Nosebleed central. Is so good. God is so good. He's so good to me, us. He answers prayer. He answers prayer. He answers prayer. He's so good to us. And the road goes on forever. Or at least it comes to the amphitheater. Okay, now we got to get down from the cheap seats. Beer, beer, hot dogs, popcorn, lamb, shish kebab. Right here on our stage, the Beatles. I don't think they ever played here. I mean, I feel great because the weather is perfect, but I could use a little rest in between this and Patmos. Okay.
beautiful view of the ocean. The ocean was right after the tomb. Right down there. See the tomb? People are going there.
Oh, this is a work in progress. Gymnasium, possibly. Up here.
George, where is it? Right there, there's kind of a rectangular hole. You can see half of the hole. The column on the right side of it.
Column, yeah.
You see it? This is where I went inside the cave of Paul.
Lower, lower.
Where?
Rectangular hole.
All right, just grab the hole in the ground.
That
The hole
opening.
is right, yeah, right there. Inside, not only the
The
picture
cave of
of Paul, but also the follower of Paul, whose name was Saint Takla. I went to her town in Syria before the war broke.
Where?
Aramaic. In Turkey, in the southeast. I'll point out, I'll show you on the map. They still speak the language of Jesus. That's in Turkey, in the southeast part of Turkey, in a place called Mardin. So Paul's cave is right up there. I went there only last year. It took an hour and a half for us to walk.
Okay, so it's like half.
Where is it?
Follow the middle column straight up.
Yes.
You see the vacant area? Let me see what you're taking. The vacant area where there's no trees, right below it. Where there's right below it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Are you afraid of all those cats? Are you afraid?
Acep, sarhoşu görüyor musun?
Very nice. Well, she could use all she could get.
Just like they buy, for example, no charge forward can have
Bill's not going to take advantage of the genuine fake watches. Just what I need.
Genuine.
I'm trying to sell Bill something. Since he didn't get a genuine fake watch, he's going to get a genuine fake bracelet.
You don't want to buy it?
This man doesn't.
Thank you. Thank you.
Your husband.
Now's your chance for a camel ride.
Here we are. Here.
Wait, what do I push?
Yes.
€1. Oh, no picture.
Bus Central here in Turkey.
€5.
Thank you very much. I don't know.
What did you buy?
Here are the ones that
Okay, Turkish delight, Turkish delight.
Oh, Eric.
Acacia or locust, these make a lot of mess. Acacia trees make a lot of mess. Somebody was asking for the Temple of Diana.
Do it again.
George, where is the Temple of Diana? Temple of Diana. Can we see, George? From the Temple of Diana now, there's nothing left. Local people reuse the material to build other things. Okay?
It was somewhere over there.
This is Ford. This car is Ford. They make those in Turkey. We call those found on the road dead, Ford. Even Ray Charles, about 25 years ago, he played here too. Paul was put here for a few days in a prison, and then from here he went to Miletus. in the south of Kasadasi.
Eucalyptus trees right next to the carpet making place.
And show you how we get silk off the cocoons and then make a short demonstration. Can I do this? Yes. Weaving art is our traditional art which has been passed on from one generation to the other for approximately 3,000 years. So these are the kinds of rug looms our women have in their houses. That is exactly right. So as George was saying, it's been the same way for over 1,000 years in this particular part of the house. So weavers, and they're put in a V shape. Half will be at the front and the other half at the back. And then they start putting their knots along their patterns. Biggest, this is what we call a Turkish double knot. This part will sit on the floor. After it's cut, this bit is what we're stepping on. Sits like this. In Eastern Asia, twisting is common, which is this. And in Iran, they use a single knot traditionally. Once again, the Turkish weft thread on top of yellow, and that is put all across through the foundation threads and pushed down with an iron fork, and will be used to fix the knots in. Every weaver has a different, and we are careful with 2 points. The first is we are not mechanized. Every rug in our establishment is individually hand knotted. I'm not saying very soft wool. I'll be happy to show you a few completed examples later on. It's really very soft.
Another beautiful day. Wow, I'm so lucky.
Do I have guests who have never touched a silk cocoon?
It's got a buzz.
You can keep the cocoon. Biggest, the actual information is a bit long to explain, but with your permission, I'll keep it as brief as possible for you. So brief. If you're interested, and silk fiber is known to be as strong as spider's web in the nature. But once they get to this shape, to this stage, we are keeping some of them aside to breed more in ideal room temperature, where we are benefiting from the rest of them. This then will show us how we get silk off the cocoons. May I suggest you make cameras ready? If you've never seen it, may be interesting.
Oh, wow! Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
Dear guests, just your information, right there, I believe she has approximately 50 fibers, roughly. But to make a fine silk rug, to make a fine foundation thread for the silk rug, we are using approximately 400 to 500 fibers in one thread. Then if you try to snap it, you won't be able to break it because it will be very fine and very strong. Otherwise, we have approximately 2,000 families in our establishment.
Wow. That's amazing.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Well, are you enjoying this? Are you?
Yeah.
Any questions?
Wow. Now, you don't get everything there, do you?
The whole cocoon unravels, and this here is the larva, and this just drops into the water after the whole cocoon unravels. This is the larva.
Wow.
Dead?
You know, if you shake it, man, you know, when you shake it, did you get one? Yeah, you're going to hear there's something inside. on your right. They'll be on your right hand side, just there in the courtyard. We'll walk across. It's uneven floor here. Please watch your step.
Oh, they're all different prices.
Ya bunların denercemesi etiketi gösterip fiyat çekip yarısını ödeyecek. Zaten onlar öyle öğretiliyor diyorum. Yarısını ver deniyor.
Wow.
How did you know that was a combination?
I just...
If you want to find out about details, me or a friend will be able to give you. Now, friends will rotate the gorgeous rug again from the same kind. Whatever. Look at this one. These are very fine rugs. Good. That was quite a good. Every rug, as made individually and separately, will give you a different texture. These are different texture rugs, still made by individual weavers. That one there is a super fine one. That is extremely fine. Yes. Especially if you just came over here, the color changing is really dramatic from where I am standing. You're now looking from the lighter side, and this side is totally different. I guess a very good question on the maintenance of these rugs. How do we take care of them?
Lucky red wine. Lucky wine. Lucky wine.
If that were all right, I would have to welcome you in my house wine.
It's like licorice.
That apple tea is wonderful. It's got a lot of honey in it. Oh my goodness. Very, very.
It is natural, no art, no sugar. It's natural taste, natural sugar.
Tea, may I have tea? May I have tea?
This is the biggest one yet.
Take a look at these now.
Oh wow.
So you're enjoying it?
Oh yeah. Came in 3 days.
Are you walking on it? 3 days? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Rugs with the stripes would make one other type. So there is a room for every kind. If you'd like to find out where... I'll be with you, I'll be around. But I have 3-4 friends over there. I'll be around, but for the moment, I want to thank you very much for your very kind attention from the beginning. I wish you pleasant stay in Turkey and a safe journey back home. Hope you enjoyed this show. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Got a toy.
Hello, Madam.
Hi. How are you all?
It's my toy and you can't have it. I'm gonna wag my tail in your face. These are huge roses. They have a silk shop over here.
I'm looking for yourself.
You guys are leaving.
I'm more the vibrant. Blue, green, purple. Oh, you did.
Bill's bargaining. He's bargaining over there.
I don't do any scarves.
He's getting in the spirit of the country here. Well, we really enjoyed our visit here to the rug making factory and demonstration area.
For the population still live in the rural areas where they deal with agriculture. I told you this, so agriculture still plays a very important role in our economy. But Majority of the population in Turkey is Muslim. The book of Revelation, Church of Ephesus, Smyrna, Pergamon. I was born about 5 miles away from the Church of Pergamon. Thyatira, Philadelphia, Sardis, Laodicea. They're all in the west part of Turkey. Here. So this is where we are, in the west part of Turkey, Kasadasi. Project in the world. The huge dam being built on the rivers Euphrates and Tigris. Every day we spend a lot of money on the switch project. 9%, 9. America, 6.3. Project being built on the rivers Euphrates and Tigris is very important for the Turkish people, also for the area, going to irrigate the whole southeast part of Turkey. It means the very famous rivers Euphrates and Tigris here going to be a public hospital. Look at the location of the hospital. And I think all the rooms are booked already. Look at the location. See, what a beautiful place for a hospital here. Look at the view. On the peninsula, the hotel you see is the oldest one, Kismet. Kismet has got the same meaning in Turkish as it does in English. From America, your former president, the Jimmy Carter, when he was here, he stayed in this hotel, Kismet. The owner, the granddaughter of one of the Arab sultans. Local marble. This is the owner of the hotel is in the marble business. See the guy here, beautiful hotel. The name of the hotel, Charisma. 5-star. And so the language we speak here, what I was saying, Turkish, Hungarian, Finnish, come from the same origin because Turkish people, originally, the descendants of the nomads, used to live in Central Asia, in the neighborhood of today's China, also Mongolia. Having a nomadic life, they had been living in small tribes, moving from one place to another, trying to find a better place, trying to find a more fertile land to live on. But because of some geographical reasons, they had to leave that area. And the first Turkish tribes came to Turkey about 900 years ago, from the very east part of Turkey. They came here, they established a lot of different states, and among the ones which were established in Turkey, most powerful one was the Ottomans, who created their own empire. Ottoman Empire was one of the longest and one of the largest. Lived the empire in history for more or less 600 years, between the 13 and the 1900. Especially during the reign of Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent, the empire lived its most illustrious period. So Turkish people, they speak Turkish. Look at the guy on the right selling pretzels with the sesame seeds. Another very famous dessert here, halva. You say halva, made of sesame seeds, halva. Very high calorie though. The tall trees on the right, dates. These are dates. In summertime you see a lot of fruits. And oleanders. Florida, they have a lot of oleanders?
Yes.
We have them in a lot of different colors here in Turkey too.
They're poison.
You're familiar. So you can live here. Look, very nice. This is tea places, cafes here on the left. Cafe. There's Domino's Pizza on the left here, Domino's Pizza. Just to make you feel at home. Paulos wants to say something to you.
Hello, George. Well, I want to remind you about this afternoon. As soon as we get off, we go back on the ship. But this afternoon we arrive in Patmos around 3:34 estimated time of arrival. Again, it's the same case as in Mykonos. They're going to make announcements about what time exactly we're going to meet.
You know it's time to leave when they lower the ropes. Cute little church or house. Another beautiful day at sea. So good having the Greek Navy guard us just in case something happens. There's our ship.
On a small, rocky and volcanic island, an island which is characterized as the Jerusalem of the Mediterranean Sea. I'm ready to describe to you the whole tour, what we'll do this afternoon, step by step. But simply because I'm standing, for safety reasons, I prefer to sit down. And volcanic opening of the earth. Part of the Christian world believes that in this cave, one biblical text was written inside. A text which is characterized as the eschatological book of the New Testament, the book of Revelation. So the cave of Revelation is going to be our first stop, or else the grotto of the Apocalypse. On top of one hill, 269 meters from the surface of the sea, there is a Greek Orthodox monastery. It looks like a castle from the outside, so it's a castle monastery. A monastery which is dedicated to the author of the book of Revelation. So the monastery of St. John, the Evangelist and the Divine, is going to be our second destination.
Later on, we'll come back at the harbor area, which is going to be our final destination.
No, just read a little bit. How about you? We did. We went up on Jack. I sat in the chairs. We were just going to sit outside. And next thing you knew, we were both sleeping. I went to play bingo, but they didn't have it.
28% of the population at this moment practice the faith of the Eastern interpretation of Christianity. So if I would like to recite 29 books of the Old Testament, the 27 books of the New Testament. The other source of faith the Orthodox Church respects is the Holy Tradition, which is very powerful, but also wrote them in this volcanic opening of the earth. The cave of the Revelation, the grot of the Apocalypse. To be more theologically precise now to you, the book of the Revelation, my dear group, talks about the very fundamental faith of all Christian denominations, that Jesus Christ will come again with glory to judge the living and the dead, and whose kingdom shall have no end. That means that it talks about the end of history, the end of time, the end of the entire world, the way we see the world nowadays. But at the same time, the same biblical text talks about all the events which are prior to this end. I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day, and heard behind me a loud voice, as of a trumpet, saying to me, "Fear not, I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last. What thou seest, write it down in a scroll, send it upon the churches which are in Asia, send it upon Ephesus," a familiar place, you came from there. Ephesus, Smyrna, Sardis, Philadelphia, Laodicea, Pergamos, and Thyatira. Ephesus. At this moment of the tour, outside the huge archaeological site of Ephesus, a site you have seen already in the morning, and on a hill which is very close to a Turkish village named Selçuk, the tomb of John still exists. Above the tomb of John, nowadays, there are the remains of an old
Jolene's back with us. Yay!
Your ticket, please. Yellow card, please.
Our coach driver, is using now the main asphalt road of the island, a road which was made around the 60s. Before the 60s, all visitors who were accustomed to come here, first of all they used donkeys, mules, and also donkey paths, footpaths, which still exist nowadays. A typical volcanic island because of its geographical location. The island, in fact, is located at the meeting point between two large and geological plaques. The head of the seahorse is all this area on the left. Theo is driving on the body of the seahorse. And look at my hand. To this direction is the east.
Okay.
But I'll take yours if you want me to.
Okay. That's all right. I'm not going to hold everybody up.
Behind me, and inside the museum, negative. No pictures allowed. And about monks, the monks of the monastery, question. Because you have class definition. Monastery.
No pictures.
Monasticism, or even the word monk. These words derive from a Greek adjective. The adjective monos. Monos means single, alone. For example, monotheism, monogamy, monogamy, monogamous. So a monk is one person who wants to be monos, single. In Constantinople, Istanbul, as an emperor, there was Alexios Komnenos the first. Alexios, the emperor, gave him the money to build the monastery, but he did something else which is also very interesting. He gave him as a present the whole island of Patmos plus some lovely islands around. The official contract
I double dog dare you.
There's our ship. And there's a couple of the tenders.
They suggest if you have something white and blue as the colors of the Greek flag, you can wear it for the night to honor the Greek night.
Yeah. Well,